On October 24, Yerevan became the traditional host of the world's famous jewelry and watchmaking companies. The festival lasted until October 24, and it was just the period when the capital outgrew into the world's jewelry center. On one hand, Yerevan Show International Exhibition opened its doors by old Armenian goldsmiths in Yerevan. On the other hand, it was hosting the investment conference, which drew attention to Armenia as a regional jewelry center. This short period of time was just the time of the events that dramatically turned the dream about Armenian Goldsmiths Association into reality. Dear guests, this is a very expected and a significant day for us. I'm glad to welcome you at MERIDIAN Center. In the heart of Yerevan, on the bank of River Hrazdan, MERIDIAN Holding opened its doors on the Day of Goldsmiths, on last Saturday of October. The arrivals honored the President of the Republic of Armenia with the First Lady. Honorable representatives of the sector arrived in Armenia, especially for this occasion. Gaetano Cavalieri, President of the World Jewelry Confederation, as well as the President of International Diamond Manufacturers Association, Maxim Shkadov, Head of Gokhran, Andrei Yurin, Deputy Vice Presidents of Alrosa Corporation, Andrei Polyakov and Yuri Okoyomov, President of the London Diamond Stock Exchange, Harry Levin, and others. MERIDIAN welcomes its guests at the center equipped with all the necessary infrastructure inclined to improve the jewelry sector. This building is wonderful. There is no such second building in Yerevan. So the second step to continue this mission is protect the unity of Armenian people, as written on the northern wall of this building. Armenian Jewelers Association has initiated the scale event for fourth time. Global jewelry and watchmaking companies, individual jewelers, jewelry suppliers from Armenia are leagued in one place from 25 countries. Yerevan Show was presenting the samples of 120 jewelry salons, only 27 of which were local. Last year they were from 15 and this year from 25 countries, which speaks volumes about the permanent growth of the number of participants. That is, we want to turn Armenia into a business center. Fine pieces of art are represented here, but not only for watching, but for enjoying it. It's just for development of business. That is, Yerevan is becoming a serious investment zone, where jewelers are to do big investments, and meanwhile, with the fact of all the advantageous conditions, they won't miss the opportunity to produce here. 200 buyers also have arrived from different places. According to the organizers, this is a good chance for local companies to find new consumer markets. Guests from abroad become astonished with the quality and prices of the products labeled Made in Armenia. It is crucial that the organizers invited many buyers from overseas. It will enable us to find new partners. We hope that around convention we will be the witness to the beginning of new projects and the verification of new contracts. The exhibition was very interesting. Some very unique works were presented. Most importantly, Armenian colleagues caught us amused. When it comes to expectations, I'll say the following. We already have got the appraisal of our collection from the residents of Yerevan, and of course the expectation is to find the sincere fans of our works here. Around the presentation of Yerevan Show, Armenian Jewelers Association also held Yerevan Fashion Week, Golden Lace Fashion Days for the first time. many designers from Armenia and Russia represented their collections. It was the first, but not the last one. MERIDIAN Center also has created all opportunities to hold fashion festivals in every spring and fall in Yerevan and make it a tradition, just like in case of Yerevan show. Having 3,000 visitors on its first admission, Golden Lace proved that it was an expected event for the citizens of Yerevan, and as the president of the association told, it even exceeded their expectations. It was not the limit of the autumn exhibitions for the MERIDIAN Center. Another platform was given to painters and sculptors. The crush room of MERIDIAN welcomed its customers with Armenian art fair exhibition. More than 25 pieces from famous Armenian painters and 150 samples of sculptures were represented. Yerevan Jewelry luxurious events were summarized with an investment conference, where the core issue were the perspectives of Armenian jewelry production and Armenian regional factor. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia welcomed the conferences in which many honorable guests from all over the world partook, first persons of world's prominent jewelry companies. Armenian government highlights and pays special attention to the development of production of golden goods and watches and processing of diamonds. Suitable action plans were processed and confirmed under the development strategy in this sector. The main goal of those projects is to make Armenia a global jewelry center. The first pledge for the development of the sector was the establishment of MERIDIAN-free economic zone of jewelry. Some great opportunity for the inclusion of investments, since the companies established here gets exemptions from taxes legally. Companies making a settlement here will get exemptions from taxes. We foresee up to 60 companies to open their branches in Armenia. Armenia implements open-door policy for the foreign investments. A friendly business atmosphere has been created in the country. The vital legislative infrastructure functions properly. Armenian government has proceeded and realizes events aimed at stimulating foreign investments to Armenia. Hope new deals will be signed here and new arrangements will be achieved. Free trading zone established in Armenia will give the investors the opportunity to launch production with privileged conditions, subsequently giving a chance to be more competitive in the international market, said the Minister of Economy, and called on the companies not to miss this opportunity and use it for the prosperity of Armenia and their own businesses.
Well, there are three main elements. The first element is geographical element, because Armenia is in a so strategic point in this part of the world that is linked three main areas. One is Arabic, one is European, one is Eastern Europe and so-called Russia or the ex-Soviet Union countries. That's number one. Number two, here the condition of the economy is stable, the government is stable, the people is friendly, so there are also elements of be comfortable in a country like this in expanding, improving businesses in the jewelry business, diamond and jewelry business. Number three, the people is skilled and the people has capability to cut, polish and manufacture jewelry in a certain way that is highly appreciated in the world. So it's not something that the world has to establish from zero, from scratch. There is already a knowledge, there is already activity, there is already potential, there is already skill, and the world has simply to take it and establish good relation. And we are pushing very hard, by the way. We are pushing very hard, and this is why we will have the Congress here in 2 years' time.
I think that on one hand it's a beginning, but on the other hand it's a continuation of our collaboration, which is inclined to the awakening of Armenian Russian jewelry schools.
В Армении с ее опытом, с
Armenia can really lay a claim on becoming a new jewelry center with its talented jewelers and already with the best conditions for investments in the center. If we look at historical roots, we can assume that they are graced from the god. They need to move forward and evolve. Armenia can be very flexible for the development of this branch of economy, unlike Russia, where it's hard to concentrate on development of branch economy. If we have a look at world's tendencies for the last 10 years, we can notice that jewelry centers were formed in Dubai, right close to India, as well as in Panama, and in case of making right steps, investments will flow into Armenia as well.
I think under the leadership you have in the Armenian Jewelry Association with people like Gaki, is you have tremendous opportunities. He has taken a lot of these opportunities to put the industry certainly on the ground as far as the trade is concerned. And I think Armenia, if they start putting a little bit of publicity, could take up the European side of that situation. So the opportunities are tremendous.
And of course, the triumphal ending, certificates and appreciations to participants, concert with the best bands of Yerevan, and see you soon. President of Armenian Jewelers Association, Mr. Gagi Gevorkian, reports about the great jewelry event in 2016. In that time, Yerevan will welcome World Jewelry Confederation Congress. I'm sure that during the Congress in 2016, the name of Armenia as a jewelry center will sound with exclamation sign. Armenia has all necessary prerequisites for that, he concluded.